On April 8th, 2014, James Bryan Hellwig, otherwise known as the Ultimate Warrior, had passed away at age 54. On behalf of wrestling fans worldwide, we send our condolences to his family, and may he rest in peace. He'll be missed dearly.
Son of 100, and I am the best in the world.
It is Monday, the 7th of April, 2014, exactly one day after the event of WrestleMania 30, and I have quite a bit to say in regards to this pay-per-view, especially about a subject that I'll get to. So with that said, here's my review and my thoughts on WrestleMania 30, and warning, there will be some major spoilers, so if you have not seen the pay-per-view yet, then stop this video now. This year I was not able to see the pre-show as I think the match was only available on the WWE Network, which us people in the UK do not have. And that pre-show match was the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Elimination match for the WWE Tag Team titles. The Usos versus Los Matadores versus the Real Americans versus Ryback. All I know is that the Usos retained their titles, and Cesaro made a face turn after the match, as he pretty much told the Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter to fuck off. To put it lightly. But from what I hear, it was a good pre-show. Now on to the actual pay-per-view. Which, before I go to the first match, the show kicks off with Hogan welcoming everyone to the show, which he ended up accidentally calling the Superdome the Silver Dome, which caused the fans to chant Superdome to correct him. And during this, the familiar glass shatter sounds, and in comes my favorite wrestler of all time, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was like, oh hell yes! It has been years since I've seen Stone Cold Steve Austin live at a pay-per-view, and it was fucking amazing to see him there again. And he gave a speech which involves trolling Hogan by mentioning the Superdome. and then, if you smell plays, and in comes the People's Champion, The Rock, and he starts off by saying, "Finally, The Rock has come back to New Orleans," and finally The Rock come back to WrestleMania, and finally The Rock has come back to the Superdome. So yeah, so you pretty much had both Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock trolling Hogan, which I thought was just amazing on so many levels. And he's talking about their WrestleMania moments and memories. They all finish off by saying that to my catchphrases and then off down beers because when Stone Cold Steve is around, you have to expect a lot of beer drinking. Now on to the main. Now we get to the first match. Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, with the winner being added to the triple threat main event. And this was a damn good match to start off the pay-per-view. As Daniel Bryan just went in there, despite having an injured arm, went in there, pulling one hell of a damn good performance, and eventually got Triple H down for the 1-2-3 count, and has been added to the triple threat main event. Which after the match, being a sore loser, Triple H does a sneak attack and beats the crap out of Daniel Bryan. Way to stay classy, Hunter. But yeah, really good match to start the show, and my first prediction, actually my second prediction came true. Next up, the Shield versus Kane. Actually, you know what? As long as Kane is in that suit, I'm just gonna call him Glenn Jacobs. So I'm actually agreeing with Alan Rex on this one. As long as Kane is in that suit, he is not Kane. He is Glenn Jacobs. So, Shield versus Glenn Jacobs and the Middle-Aged Outlaws. Alan Rex, if you're watching, fucking awesome name, man. Quick catch-can match with the Shield pretty much dominating the match, and Roman Reigns being the highlight. As the Outlaws and Glenn Jacobs just pretty much got dominated in this match. And the Shield wins via a triple powerbomb to the Outlaws. And overall was just a damn good match overall. Next up, the 31-man Battle Royale for the Under the Giant Memorial Trophy. This was a pretty good Battle Royale, and I was right. Kofi Kingston did it again, and managed to find a way to save himself. As he was being eliminated, both his feet managed to land on the ring steps, which I thought was just awesome. But anyway, trying to cover the whole match would just be absolutely insane because of the amount of superstars in this. So I will say, it came down to both Big Show and Cesaro, and unexpectedly, Cesaro won. And you know what? I say good on him, because as I've been saying, the man has been incredible lately, and now that he's a face, all I can say is, for 2014, Cesaro needs a WWE World Heavy Championship reign. Make it happen. Jump cut. Next up, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. This match was actually pretty good, and the rumors were true, in which Mark Krauser performed Bray Wyatt's theme live, and it was actually pretty good live, I might add. But as for the match itself, it was a good back and forth contest where Cena and Wyatt pretty much giving it their all, and and just when Cena was just about to do the 5 knuckle shuffle, Bray Wyatt does that backwards crab walk thing that he does, which is absolutely fucking creepy as hell. But overall, Cena wins the AA, and and I'm interested to see if the storyline will go any further. Next up, The Undertaker versus... No. I'm not going to do the gag this time, because this one is probably the biggest shocker in WrestleMania history. So I'll just say The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. I apologize to anyone who actually liked that gag, but this time it's been dismissed. Because while the match was really good, as Taker pretty much gave it his all, but I'm very sad to say that last night, on Sunday, the 6th of April, 2014, Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker. Brock Lesnar ended The Undertaker's streak. And everyone at the Superdome, and even me and my brothers and a couple of friends we had it over, were in absolute shock at what happened last night. And I, for one, was just literally lost for words of what just occurred. But, however, at the same time, all I can say is The Undertaker has nothing to be ashamed of. Because for 21 years, he held what was possibly one of the greatest records in WWE history, and it's something that no one could ever surpass. So all I can say is, thank you, Undertaker. You pulled off one hell of an achievement, and all I can say is that if this is The Undertaker's last match, because if it is his last match, all I can say is Hall of Fame 2015. It needs to happen, because after this there will be questions on regarding to what's going to be happening next for The Undertaker. But if that is the end for him, then he needs to be inducted into next year's Hall of Fame. And that's all I got to say, really. Anyway, I apologize if that was a little depressing, but what else can I say? Now for a switch of gears, the 14 Divas single fault Big Hero Invitational for the Divas Championship, which the crowd was just dead by that point, because this was just this match was just essentially a piss break, because fans were still in shock for what happened prior to that match. But all in all, AJ Lee retained her title via submission. But yeah, the match itself was nothing special. And now, main event time. The triple threat match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And this match consists of the reigning champ Randy Orton, the Royal Rumble winner Batista, and the winner of the first match of the pay-per-view, Daniel Bryan. And what I had no idea about is that Red Theory, the band who does Randy Orton's theme, performed it live. And all I can say is Red Theory cannot sing live. But that's just my opinion. This was a pretty good match, as I remember correctly. This was probably the one, two. I think it was around the fourth time throughout the pay-per-view that the fans chanted, "This is awesome," and it was. And despite having an injured arm and Triple H interfering, or Triple H and Stephanie interfering, Daniel Bryan dominated the match, put Batista in the S-lock, and made him tap. Meaning that at long last, Daniel Bryan is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Which was long overdue, and all I can say is, congratulations, Daniel, you deserve it. Though it's still overshadowed by the end of the streak. So, all in all, this was quite an unprecedented pay-per-view. Or even those unprecedented WrestleMania in a long time, because of well, that at the end of the streak, which Twitter was flooded that night with the trend "Thank you, Taker." And while there were quite good matches this year, though because of the end of the Taker streak, many fans were still in shock and some just a little disappointed. But all in all, this was actually a pretty decent pretty good pay-per-view, even though, as I've been stating, Taker streak has ended. I give WrestleMania 30 a 9 out of 10, because I actually pretty enjoyed it. And with that, we come to the close of this Road to WrestleMania predictions and reviews. I hope you enjoyed it this year, and I will do this again next year. Now I'll try and get this video up as soon as possible, as well as the decom video. So I'll be pretty busy, and at the same time watching some Durarara and One Piece. So with that, so that's all I gotta say about that. So till next time, is Argo 500 signing out. Later.